We're live on the stream. I'm your host, SGK Schulte, and we've got more Tales of Arise. Yay! Anyway, so we saved this town yesterday, I think. There we go. My livestock have reached maturity. What a great day.
You all arrived here from Cyslodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
You think so? We should go west. Don't know why.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danins and Renins have a chance of getting along?
Yeah.
We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Well, the cat was in
Looks like it's
charge.
time to go. Take
I don't know
good
why I
care
thought
of
the
her,
cat was
Amy.
in charge.
All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much
Okay.
the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danin lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I
Right.
thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother,
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elda Menancia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
Okay.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
Maybe she is.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me. Not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
That's a good question.
Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
Earth, fire, water, wind. Heart is the next one. Go planet! We can make Noshi now. Resurrection. So we got a second healer now.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elda Menancia Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzalik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Okay.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renan than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense. Enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renan hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, But Dahnans and Renans wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion!
No,
Should've
she's
said,
absolutely
yeah.
correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
He's just like we did. You literally just trying to like fix your problems. Yeah, but I made them. Yeah, but you're. Who's got a heal? We can put him there. That's fine for now. We gotta get their odds up anyway. As long as you have a healer in the party, it should be fine.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from...
What do you need? What do you need? How can I help?
Right.
We'll solve the problem. I want to kill the Zoogle.
Excuse me! Well... Really?
Good.
What the? Seriously?
All right.
Who's gonna go beat up a giant Zoogle? A boorish boar? A boar boar? A bobar? Bobar Kova? Oh, there's two here then, now. One for the giant raptor looking thing. The little wyvern.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
The wascally wyvern.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Oh, that looks dangerous. I'm sure I'll be fine. I have no way of knowing else.
Zoogle.
Oh, it's only level 26. Okay, it doesn't one-shot me.
Exploit the enemy's weakness. Then tonight's meal is on you. You got it.
Ready and ready.
Alright, did I miss that?
In a bind.
Stalagmite!
Not now, not ever. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Benediction light.
You're mine. Dragon Swarm. Here I come.
I'll face you.
I'm ready. Lightning orb.
Okay, here I burn in hell.
Dance in the wind.
Take this.
This one's
Dragon
mine.
Swarm.
That's it. This looks like a
You're
tiger
kidding.
blade.
Sword Rain Alpha. It's too much.
Alright, because she's got healing circle. He's only got one kind of heal.
Forgive me. This is my
No. I'll face can't end here.
Elusive deity. You're mine. From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with light. Resuscitation. Prepare to be seized.
I owe you one.
Can you take it? Look sharp. Not so fast. From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with
Sword
light.
Rain Alpha. Dragon Swarm. Pierce through.
This one's mine.
With the earth. Stalagmite.
Use its weak point to take it down.
All together, everyone.
Sword Rain Alpha.
Tiger blade.
Explosive ring.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Can't move.
Come on. You have to hold on.
Orange gel.
Sleep now.
It's go time.
This
Too much.
Here I go. No escape. Dragon Swarm.
It's okay, I can do it as long as I just remember to dodge every now and again, right?
Their arcs were interrupted.
Elusive deity. Commander of heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone.
Armor won't save you. Tornado drive.
Here I come.
Elusive deity.
A thrilling performance.
Going in.
Dragon Swarm.
Elusive deity.
Can't move.
I couldn't make it in time.
Going in. Wits about you, people.
Sealed. Let's get you all tucked away. Here goes. Not on my watch. Bullseye.
This is bad. Real bad.
I think maybe we should get out of here.
Don't worry. I swear I'll keep us safe.
This one's mine. Razor sight.
Leave the charge.
Oh, weak to win.
Feel anything.
Far enough. Going in. That's it. This one's mine. Tiger blade. Sloppy.
Yeah, we're a little bit on the level for that, that's fine. straight off.
Oh?
You don't know how little men's minds work.
Why?
Whoa!
It was soaking wet.
Hey.
She's soaking wet. He's like, really? This is really dirty.
Oh?
Huh? No way.
Hey.
So just the books that you get from living out Redwell's stuff. That's actually kind of neat.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help. Hopefully it's nothing that'll be too hard to deal with.
Sure be easy. Go find these things. We had them already. Yay! Good job, me.
You okay?
Yeah!
Okay.
Huh?
Here we go!
Okay, so we have a few that I can't do yet. Because we're too low level. This means if I'm playing as a healer, I don't even need to have the healing arts equipped. I just have the overhealer in the party. They're really useful.
Okay, off we go.
Ahogsar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Look out! Dragon form! Burn! Stalagmite! On your way!
I'll take out the leg with my shield.
Explosive ring! Stunner!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Wow! Look what I just found.
As I recall, there's a recipe we've yet to try.
Yeah, this is the last ingredient we need.
Then let's go ahead and prepare it.
An opponent like this should be easy. It's over.
Denied!
Take this! Solarite Alpha! I'll take you all off!
Negative gate!
It's Sonic Thrust!
In a bind!
On guard!
I'm ready!
Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara!
We did
Oh, that looked painful.
Simply done.
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Swarm!
Sleep now.
Here I come! Take that! Ignite! You're mine! Rising Phoenix!
Got him.
Like we're gonna lose to Small Fry.
Look, Hoodle. One of your buddies.
Coming through!
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Try harder! Here I come! I'm
This
not
one's
done!
mine!
You're finished!
Here comes. Here's another.
Here I come!
In the wind.
Can you take it? Sonic Thrust! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Dragon Swarm!
Thank you.
Sonic Thrust! Survived it! You're finished!
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar!
On guard!
Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind. Now,
You're finished! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
We're in good form!
A fish! You saw it.
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You
We go
must
fishing
not
in this
be
game now?
familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Do you grow up with nothing but rocks around? And we needed to level up as well.
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish. Nothing's biting. Nothing's biting. Yeah!
The rhythm game as well.
There we go.
What do we got?
Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
Yeah! We got a fishy.
Not my lucky day, I guess. Ha! Reel it in.
It's probably the best fishing minigame
I'll
ever.
catch something bigger next
But I
time.
keep getting distracted
Pretty energetic fish.
by something else. Oh, I'm trying to reel in the fish.
All right. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever
Oh, is
feel
that what you ran
fishing
off
and
for?
we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay.
Forget it was Pauper. We're just healing a Renan soldier. Okay.
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
She wasn't. She was just saying, wow, just healed the enemy. It's just gonna work with everyone sleeping.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
We've just had put outside.
Why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
You're the one that brought it
We
up.
walk together like that.
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
Yeah, that.
Possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Is she looking at her back?
This flavor, why, it rivals the cooking of my own chefs in the palace.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. I do believe it's about time that I retire. Shall we get moving?
Sure shall.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Where's the birdies?
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Yep.
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Level what? Do, 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 do.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
I'll clear the way through. I've got your back. Their arts were interrupted.
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Can you take it? Take this. We've got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours. This one's all mine. Dragon Swarm.
This one's mine!
Here I come. Thank you.
Rising
Razor Cyclone! Let the marksman handle this.
On your
Look sharp!
This one's mine.
Here I come.
This one's mine!
I'm ready.
Mouse will handle this on your knees.
To achieve such harmony.
Takes a singular will.
All right. There's nowhere to run from my arc.
When he slows down, that's our chance.
Tiger Blade! It's like trying to keep up with a wolf.
Then take this.
Tiger Blade!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
This one's mine!
In a bind.
Annihilation! Tiger Blade!
I'll face you.
Tornado! Let's keep up the pressure!
Can you take it?
It's over.
There! One more!
Going in!
Require help.
Going in!
I'll face you.
Tiger Blade!
I'll face you.
This one's mine!
Tornado Alpha.
Tiger Blade!
Try this.
I'll face you.
Elusive deity.
Can you take it?
Here I come.
Sonic Thrust! Everlasting Make it rain!
Here goes!
You're finished! Negative gate! Take this! One more! Dragon Tiger Blade!
Here's evil!
It's over, sir!
Still!
You're mine! Ignite! Begin!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
Now at
I'm
least.
glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Oh. Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll
bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Brace yourselves. This one's tough.
Rise and rend! Radiant, I never miss! This one's
Dragon Swarm.
Tiger Blade!
Demon Fang. Sonic Thrust.
Glacial Spear! Going in!
Pesky airborne
Don't
scoundrel.
worry, sounds like a job for yours truly!
In a bind?
Moon's Gate.
One more! This one's mine!
Explosive Ring.
Make it rain!
Geon.
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Lunar Rondo. This one's
He was just having fun the whole time.
You're finished. Burn in hell. Dragon Swarm.
Hear my call! Make it rain! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Flaming meteor! Make it rain! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
All of them had finishers on them.
Quite the gunslinger.
I have
Okay.
in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around. This one will be difficult to predict.
Dragon Swarm.
I shall ensure you survive this.
You're mine.
Tiger Blade!
Hold nothing back. Eternal devastation.
Mega Ray!
Here I come.
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
No complaints here.
Don't mind if I do!
Try harder. Dragon Swarm. Pierce through. Eternal devastation. Here I come. You're finished.
Mega Ray!
Burn in hell.
Here's a healing art!
Now see what I can do.
Here I come.
One more!
Sword
Tiger
Blade.
Blade!
We did my turn.
It was getting very hard to keep up with in terms of like combat. These fights, I mean.
This one's mine! Do it! Shield! Go for it! Prepare to crumble! Think we overdid it?
My turn.
Not by a long shot.
Confiscated!
Dragon Swarm.
I'm ready! Ridwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Annihilation!
On guard!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Sword Rain Alpha.
Going in! Make it rain!
Totally. In an instant. Impact Block.
I got it.
Got what?
I can chop up vegetable scraps and use them in the seasonings.
Should've known that's what it was gonna be about.
I have a bad feeling about this.
No escape.
This one's not worth a shot! Burning strike!
Here I come. I got Demon Fang. Here I come.
I never miss!
Dragon Swarm. Pierce through. Dragon Swarm.
On guard! Pierce! Zero flame!
Look sharp!
Dragon Swarm. Sonic Thrust. You're finished. Burn.
Going in!
Make it rain!
I'm out!
Far enough!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that! Going in!
Resonate with me more!
Dragon Swarm.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over. You're mine.
Who said anything about letting off?
Sword Rain Alpha.
Make it rain!
I'll face you.
On guard!
I'll face you.
Pierce through.
Look sharp!
Sword Rain Alpha.
This one's
Tiger
mine!
Blade.
Radiant
I'm ready. Totally. In an instant. Impact Block.
No complaints from me!
Let's Last year you complained that we were winning all of our fights.
That's no ordinary enemy, I see. This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Don't mind if I do.
Leave the agile ones to me.
Oh!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Oh shit.
How do you like being pounded into shape?
That's my cue.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher!
Here goes!
Look shot! On Tiger Blade! Will this help?
Take this! Piston!
Look shot!
Dragon Form!
Appreciate that. And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner
These
said
little
than
ones
done.
are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Tornado Drive!
This one's mine.
Pierce through! You're finished!
This one's mine.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
A hard-won victory.
Was that supposed to be hard?
This'll make us even more formidable.
Wrong way.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Maybe.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
I never miss!
This way!
Not on my watch!
Take this! Tiger Blade!
Begin! Dragon Form!
Going in!
Eternal Devastation! Pierce through! Flash! Here I come! You're finished! You picked the wrong fight!
Debut performance.
Come and face me! I'm not done!
Now you see what I can do.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that thing.
My lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Blending Flash!
Here goes!
You're mine! Sword out!
The heavens must be smiling.
The hells have a grid too.
What's this thing?
Don't get careless.
Don't tell
In the
me.
sky, it's mine! I never miss!
Dragon Form!
Look shot! Will this help? Look shot!
Blending Flash!
Stay calm. I shall
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Sword Rain Alpha! Demon Fang! Try this! Explosive Ring! Take Shadow
over.
I'm ready. All yours, Kisara.
Glacial Spear.
My
Pierce
turn.
evil.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahak Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I ha-
Let's dispose of the trash.
I never miss. Look sharp. You're finished. Air pressure.
Lunar confiscated.
Not today.
By the power of
Take
water.
this. You're finished. Dragon Swarm.
You wanna play? Come at me. By the power of water.
Rending flash.
Mega
I'm ready. Light burst force.
Radiant Genesis.
My turn.
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
One more. Knuckle back. Rising Falcon. Here I come.
Lunar Torrent. Lunar Blast.
I can carve through armor. Dragon Swarm.
And it works with the little bubbles too.
Pierce evil.
Here I come.
You're going pretty hard in this battle.
I am not usually given to restraint.
Sometimes I believe you're stronger than you let on. I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
Should almost head back to town. How many gold? Oh my god. We got no gold, we're out of orange shells, and we're halfway into the dungeon. I almost think we should just go back to home. But we leave through this cave. How's the party looking? Half their hit points. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go back to town. And I'll go maybe leave the stream here. Because I'm getting pretty tired. And that's okay. Because we've been at this for quite a while. It's an hour and a half after work. Body's like, nah, we're done. No more today. Which is,
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I think, fair sometimes.
This is perfect! I'll have everybody's mouths watering when they see this.
Alright, good night anyone lurking. Headphone if you haven't done so already. If you're in the YouTube VOD, we're on Twitch as well. That's why it's been like unedited live stream basically this whole time. Okay. Cheers everyone.